A narcissist doesn't fear your weakness. They fear your clarity. They fear the moment you stop shrinking, stop apologizing, stop trying to earn basic respect. Because the stronger you become, the less control they have. And that's why they escalate. More guilt, more silent treatment, more mind games, not because you did something wrong, but because you're waking up. Your healing feels like abandonment to someone who feeds on your confusion. They can handle your tears, but they cannot handle your boundary, because a boundary is the end of access. It's you saying, no more. And that's why they rage. Guilt you, punish you, not because you're wrong, but because you stopped being available. At first it feels like care. Where are you? I just miss you. I worry about you. And you believe it because it sounds like love. But slowly, it changes. The questions don't feel warm anymore. They feel like check-ins, like permission, like you're being watched. You start explaining simple things, your timing, your tone, your choices, just to keep the peace. And that's when you realize this isn't closeness, it's surveillance, because control always starts soft until one day you're not being loved, you're being managed. Love doesn't monitor you, control does. You ask for respect. They call it drama. You ask for effort. They call it pressure. You ask for honesty. And suddenly you're too insecure. That's how a narcissist works. They don't just ignore your needs, they shame you for having them. They make basic decency sound like a demand. So you start questioning yourself. Was I asking for too much? Was I overreacting? And that's the trap, because they don't just hurt you. They make you feel guilty for noticing what's missing. You could speak with pure honesty, and somehow you're still the villain. That's what narcissists do. They don't listen to understand, they listen to distort. One sentence becomes an attack, one boundary becomes disrespect. Because if they can twist your words, they never have to face themselves. That's the trap. You start explaining forever. You weren't too sensitive. You were trained to watch their mood before you spoke, to measure every word, to predict what version of them you were going to get. You learned to shrink your needs because having needs made things worse. And that's what people don't understand. Like when you're walking on eggshells, you're not being dramatic. You're not emotional. You're surviving. That constant anxiety wasn't love. It was conditioning. It was your nervous system learning that peace depended on keeping them pleased. The scariest moment isn't leaving, it's seeing. Seeing that the love was a performance, that the kindness had conditions, that the person you trusted was never safe. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You stop making excuses. Stop rewriting the truth. Because clarity changes everything. That's the moment it ends, and that's the moment freedom begins. The wake up is brutal, but clear. They didn't love you. They needed you, needed your attention, your empathy, your forgiveness, your emotional labor. Love doesn't drain you like that. Love doesn't confuse you. Love doesn't make you feel like you're disappearing. They didn't want a partner. They wanted access. And the day you see it is the day the spell breaks. The quiet after them feels wrong at first, not because you miss them, but because your body got trained to live in tension. You weren't addicted to love. You were addicted to unpredictability. The mood swings, the silence, the sudden affection after pain. Your nervous system learned that calm meant something bad was coming. So when peace finally arrives, it feels empty, too still, almost unsafe. That's the damage. Healing doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels like withdrawal, because chaos was your normal, and now your mind has to relearn what safe actually feels like. That quiet isn't loneliness, it's detox. You weren't weak. You were surviving someone who made love feel like a test. You were holding your breath every day, trying not to trigger them, trying not to lose them. But survival isn't softness. It's strength that never got recognized. And now, you're not surviving anymore. You're waking up.